Welcome, my friends, to another week of these market updates. Let's dive right into the chart, shall we? All right, so we've got an interesting gap out there today. Some decent news coming out over the weekend. A lot of economic reports. Realize, my friends, that these markets are starting to change, right? For the past little while, bad news has been good. Good news has been bad. That's starting to shift because now we're no longer really focusing on inflation. It's still out there, still an important factor, but I think more people are worrying about how much damage have we done trying to solve this inflation problem. Are we going to face a recession or not? I think that's the real driving factor. That's going to be the next catalyst. And earnings starting this week is going to be a big deal and a big catalyst going into, are we going into recession? So they're going to pay very close attention to earnings. It's going to be a fun, wild month, starting with banks towards the end of this week. So let's dive right after it. At the moment, my friends, we had an amazing day. Thursday was the last trading day of last week. For SPY, had a really strong engulfing bull candle. We were actually gapping up here this morning and it fell off sharply. So again, if we jump on over here to the futures, you can kind of see, and we're continuing to dive off. It was a strong gap up for Sunday, came back down, retested that gap. The bulls came in, we were ready to rock and roll, and then roll over hard on some volume. So it is interesting. This is a very interesting short area as well. I feel like the bears are very much in control of this area. So if we jump back over here to SPY, it makes a lot of sense for us to pull back. We have a lot of unfilled gaps. This bounce area, again, keeps making it look like there's wicks. There we go with that red line. But we've got gaps all over the place here. 1, 2, 3 massive gap ups and then just running. This was a very, very extended. Expect the bulls, my friends, to be here to play around 402 all the way down to 396. So anywhere in here, you should see a lot of bulls come into play. Expect some reversals. It would make a lot of sense this week for us to come take out 394 and then bounce. So maybe this week is going to be pretty bearish. It's possible. So far, the bulls are not looking super strong pre-market. For them to come down and at least start filling some of these gaps and see if, just watch it, right? Watch this area, see how strong things are. If we go blowing through this with no strength and we close down below 394, we're going to continue to eat a lot of selling. There are so many FOMO bulls in this run. A lot of people waiting like, all right, I'll wait for a pullback. And then it rampages higher and they go, forget it, I'm getting in. Be cautious, be aware, don't chase, wait for your levels. It also is very possible that we pull back just a little bit and then bounce. And then we've got to retest this trend line. That's why I've got a short area up here. I feel like this is a very key area up above 410 for these markets this week to see if the bears come in. They are showing strength now. They are showing some commitment. Will they continue to follow through if we work our way back up into this trend line? If we start getting strong daily closures up above 412, 413 on SPY, expect another move back up to 420, and we're going to see what it does there. So these are your key levels to look out for, my friends. If you can find some momentum in here, cool. These will be some good day trading moves. But really the reversals and how strong we get in here is going to tell you where to go over the next week or two. So that's what I'm looking for. Expect some crazy gaps. It's going to be lots of fun. Jumping in here to the Qs real fast. Qs, yeah, Thursday again was last real trading day. There was some futures open Friday, but other than that, guys, here we take out this green candle, expect a good pullback and a gap fill down around 308. So that is definitely a key spot that I'm looking for the Qs. This bull candle should hold. There's really no reason for it to get taken out. So we are gapping down into that support zone again. Will the bulls come through? If we can start getting some daily closures up above 322, we are going higher. And we are probably going to start visiting some of this area up here at 328 to 335. 335 makes a ton of sense to me. So it's very, very possible that we can continue up there. It's also possible that this is just a massive trap and there wasn't a whole lot behind this move. You can kind of see volume slowly dropping off on this entire move up, which could mean it's a little bit more of an empty move, right? There's not a lot of momentum. It's a little bit of a trap, and we go and start pulling back again some more on tech. So we'll find out, my friends, what actually happens. Feel free to post in the comments any tickers you would like me to look at for some pre-market analysis and get an idea of where it might be going. I'm happy to do that. But please leave a little like, subscribe if you haven't already. I hope these levels help you out some. It's going to be an interesting week. There's a lot of news coming out. There is a lot of earnings. Banks start this week and through next week. So it's going to be a very important time to see what the sentiment is in these markets and where we're looking at going. Are we pushing towards a recession or not? The market so far priced in a no recession. So if it starts to show that there is a recession, these markets are very extended, and they're going to try to pull back and correct that price that they have wrong. So be cautious, be aware of that, and also realize too that we could go screaming bullish if earnings do confirm and keep on that path that we are not going to see a recession. I just don't see how we don't get a recession. Me personally, honestly, between bond markets and everything else that are pointing towards a recession, I think we're about to get one. It's just a matter of when and how bad, right? But the markets are saying no, and I think I'm going to try to take advantage of that unbalance in the markets, let them correct, make some money, and then jump back in. So love you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped a little bit. Again, like it if it helped you just a smidge, and I will see you later on throughout this week.